Hey everyone! This week we're asking the question, is peppermint essential oil truly toxic to our pets? I'm Amy. This is my Quaker parrot Zoya joining me this week for our aromatic spotlight. And I think peppermint essential oil is one that needs some perspective. If you Google it, you will get definitely, yes, absolutely toxic, do not use. So what do we know about peppermint? We know that it has a very long history of medicinal use, and it has a long history of flavorings in our food. We know that it has that cool, minty, fresh smell. We all know that, right? And that's because of the menthol content in the plant. So it's that menthol that makes peppermint one that's why it gets put on the do not use list. Its menthol would be one that would be difficult for a cat to metabolize. So we would not want to have them ingest it, and we would not want to have it topically applied to our cats. For our dogs, or people for that matter, I wouldn't want to ingest it either. Because of that icy hot, it could burn mucous lining membranes as it goes through the digestive system. So oral use, yeah, take that one off the table for sure. Topical use, highly diluted, and used in moderation, it could be done safely with our dogs. Why would we want to do that? Because peppermint is really good for stiff, sore, achy muscles, injuries, sprains, and strains. It has an anti-inflammatory component to it. And like I said, that icy hot makes it analgesic and pain relieving. So that said, it would not be my first go-to oil to use with our pets topically, okay? There's other ones that have that component, or not that component, but have the ability to reduce inflammation and relieve pain. That would be safer to use. However, if we look at inhalation, that's kind of a whole different ballgame. Putting a couple drops of peppermint into a diffuser while your animal's recovering from an injury or stiffness, that's reasonable, and that would be okay. Another place that we would want to use inhalation is for anything respiratory. It's decongesting, and it's really good for colds and flus. It's antibacterial, it's antiviral. So anything bronchial like bronchitis or kennel cough, it could be helpful for that as well. It is an insect repellent. So that is a situation where putting it into a blend with highly, appropriate dilutions, blended with other essential oils, it could be really helpful. And personally, where I think it shines is as a digestive aid because of that cool factor. It can cool like really upset tummies, nausea, vomiting, and makes it really great for car sickness. So putting a couple drops on a cotton ball in a Ziploc baggie, open it as needed, allow it to circulate through a car, and then back into the Ziploc baggie, let me tell you, has saved a number of rescue transports from having dogs throwing up. And so that's kind of invaluable from my perspective. But so other caution with that icy hot factor is if you're working with peppermint and you get it on your fingers, don't wash your hands immediately because you don't want to rub your eyes with peppermint oil on your fingers, okay? But so all of that said about peppermint, there are a few safer options. So spearmint is a gentler form of the mint family. However, wintergreen is not. And wintergreen, I would say, keep that on the do not use list. But we can use a peppermint hydrosol. As a mist, we can put it in a little bowl of water. Cats can inhale peppermint hydrosol from the water dish, and it's fine. Hydrosols are really fine. You can use it for burns to cool. Like personally, I spritz it with sunburn because it's very cool, and it's great for insect bites. Hydrosol spritzed on an itchy mosquito bite, it takes the itch out of it. So that's an application. Like we can use peppermint hydrosol for our pets for itchiness and things, and it can bring that cool factor without the menthol factor, okay? And one other safe option is the dried herb that we can offer for our cats or small dogs. I've had dogs that inhale around herbs too. Just placing some into a small bowl or placing, you know, just a little tablespoon, just a little spoonful onto the floor, and they can inhale peppermint, which again I would use for like as a digestive aid. That would be my primary source. So I hope you found this video helpful and put some perspective into peppermint essential oil, but also, you know, the other forms of aromatics that it comes in. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and I'll see you next week.